You know, I don't really know how to thank everybody affiliated with the American Film Institute in a way.
The world was stunned when Diane Keaton's autopsy report was finally revealed, confirming what her family had feared most. The beloved Oscar-winning legend, who brought laughter, love, and light to millions, had been fighting a silent battle all along. Behind her radiant smile and timeless charm, pneumonia had taken hold, stealing Hollywood's golden soul far too soon. But as the truth emerged, one thing became clear. Even death couldn't dim her brilliance, because Diane Keaton wasn't just another Hollywood name. She was a force of nature, and her story is far from over. Born Diane Hall in Los Angeles, California in 1946, she grew up with dreams that stretched far beyond her small California neighborhood. As a young woman, she didn't just want to act, she wanted to live out loud, and she did it her way. When she took her mother's maiden name, Keaton, it was symbolic. A fresh identity for a woman who would become one of the most original presences in Hollywood history. Diane Keaton's rise began on stage, but Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather changed everything. As Kay Adams, she became the quiet heart of a story built on power and silence. Her calm strength making audiences listen even when she whispered. Then came Annie Hall, 1977, a film that redefined Hollywood heroines. As the charmingly awkward Annie, Keaton won the Academy Award for Best Actress and reshaped what it meant to be a leading lady. With her turtlenecks, men's suits, and fearless individuality, she made imperfection beautiful and authenticity iconic. "I never wanted to be ordinary," she said, and she never was. Across decades, Keaton thrived in Hollywood. From Red's and Marvin's Room to The First Wives Club, The Family Stone, Book Club, and Something's Gotta Give, her performances could make audiences laugh, cry, and believe in love again. Director Nancy Meyers called her a vulnerability so honest, it makes every line feel alive. Film critic David Rooney wrote, "Our Teuton beat twant." With her sheer undiminished magnetism, Keaton remained a feisty rebuke to ageism in Hollywood. Beyond acting, Keaton was a director, photographer, author, and creative explorer. She directed Heaven, 1987, Hanging Up, 2000, and even an episode of Twin Peaks, each infused with her curiosity and soul. Off-screen, her life was just as original. She never married, a choice she celebrated. "I'm really glad I didn't get married," she once said. Instead, her heart belonged to her two adopted children, Dexter and Duke. To them, she wasn't a legend. She was Mom. Her home reflected her passions: laughter, books, photographs, and her signature love for architecture and hats. Diane Keaton didn't just act. She lived artfully, proving that authenticity never goes out of style. When the world mourned her passing, her family released a heartfelt statement through People magazine. They wrote, "She loved her animals and was steadfast in her support of the unhoused community. Any donations in her memory to a local food bank or an animal shelter would be a wonderful and much appreciated tribute." Even in death, Diane Keaton wanted the focus not on her fame, but on compassion. That's who she was: humble, kind, and always giving. She was a firm believer in helping others quietly. Whether it was rescuing animals or supporting homeless shelters, she carried her values with grace. Her life proved that greatness isn't measured by awards or wealth, but by empathy, by how deeply you care for others. Those close to her described her passing as sudden and heartbreaking. A family source revealed that her health had declined very suddenly, and that the loss was so unexpected, especially for someone with such strength and spirit. In her final months, Diane was surrounded by her closest family, who kept things private. Even longtime friends weren't fully aware of how serious things had become. Her final days were quiet, peaceful. She chose to stay home, away from the spotlight, with her family by her side. For a woman who spent half a century under bright lights, she wanted her final moments in calm shadows. surrounded by love, not cameras. When the news broke, Hollywood paused. Tributes poured in from co-stars, friends, and fans around the world. Jane Fonda, who shared the screen with her in Book Club and its sequel, wrote, "She was always a spark of life and light, constantly giggling at her own foibles, being limitlessly creative in her acting, her wardrobe, her books, her friends, her homes, her worldview. Unique is what she was. And though she didn't know it, man, she was a fine actress." Francis Ford Coppola, the director who gave her one of her earliest defining roles, said, "Words can't express the wonder and talent of Diane Keaton. Endlessly intelligent, so beautiful. Everything about Diane was creativity personified." The tributes continued. Steve Martin, Bette Midler, Nancy Myers, Octavia Spencer, Kate Hudson, and countless others shared memories of her laughter, her kindness, and her unmatched authenticity. She wasn't just admired, she was loved. But maybe that's what made Diane Keaton truly special. She didn't act like a movie star. She acted like a person, curious, vulnerable, and endlessly human. She could take something as simple as sipping coffee or laughing at herself and turn it into a moment of art. Every expression, every awkward pause, every spontaneous smile, it all felt real. There's a quote she once said in an old interview, "I don't believe in perfect. Perfect is boring. What's interesting is being alive." And that's exactly what she was. Alive in every sense of the word. Through every character, every heartbreak, every burst of laughter, Diane Keaton showed the world the beauty of being unapologetically yourself. She never played by the rules of Hollywood. She built her own universe, one filled with honesty, humor, and heart. She taught women to age boldly, to laugh loudly, to love deeply, and to dress however the hell they want. She made aging look radiant, individuality look brave, and imperfection look like art. Even as time moved on, her presence never dimmed. She was proof that charisma doesn't fade, it evolves, that laughter can heal, that art can live forever. On October 11th, the curtain may have fallen on her life, but her story didn't end. Because legends like Diane Keaton don't disappear, they echo. In every rewatch of Annie Hall, every line of Something's Gotta Give, every photograph she took, every page she wrote, her voice still speaks. For 5 decades, she gave the world herself, unfiltered, unafraid, unforgettable. And now, as Hollywood says goodbye, we remember her not with sorrow, but with gratitude. Gratitude for the films, the laughter, the honesty, and the courage she gave us. Because Diane Keaton didn't just play roles, she became them. She lived them, and through them she became timeless. Her vitality, her humor, her eccentricity, they live on in every soul she touched, on and off the screen. She was never ordinary. She was extraordinary. A one-of-a-kind spirit whose light will forever shine in Hollywood's sky. In loving memory of Diane Keaton, 1946 to 2025, an artist, a dreamer, and a soul who dared to be herself. If you loved her story, like, share, and subscribe to keep her legacy alive. Thanks for watching.